Cafe Anywhere.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hi, my friend. How are you today? I hope you are having a most blessed day. Because it's Mike Matthews, and I thought that
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I would be positive with the beginning of today's podcast because some things in life, you know, they don't last. For example, snow, it melts, and then there are people who like to pelt you with insults. We won't talk about them because they don't make you
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Stay in a positive frame of mind in this world. It's Mike Matthews. Welcome to the show today that's called
Mike's
Daily Podcast.
Daily
FM episode
Podcast
2328.
Yeah!
2328. Yes. So there was an election and people voted in some far off land called Virginia. And I got kind of close to Virginia not too long ago when I flew to Florida. I stopped in Charlotte, North Carolina. I got in that general vicinity. And I must say, I love the greenery, although now it's starting to get quite green here in Podcastro Valley. And you know, the last podcast picture was also from that trip I took where I went to Dallas and I got a nice little shot there. I think it's at Robert Johnson on that wall. A nice little mural that I got to get my picture in front of. So, all in all, you can check that wonderful podcast picture out at mikesdailypodcast.com. But we are here at Cafe Anyway. It's a Thursday, as I am recording this now live, broadcasting live, podcasting live from Cafe Anyway. And did you know there's a thing called Windows? Yes, Windows. I guess in some way I am using the Windows now to create this program. But Windows 11 is coming up. And according to Mark Saltzman, who writes for...
And here's today's podcast picture.
Oh, man. I didn't prepare for this part of the show. This part of the show always comes up and then I'm not prepared. And there's some cool pictures of the cat known as Patches. Patches, we still have... So it's looking like we're going to have to take Patches in. Patches is feral, though he's letting us pet him. But looks like we're going to have to take Patches in, and he's going to have to stay at the shelter for 5 days. And then they will... Oh, Basil's like, Patches, let me at him. The late great Basil the boxer. Yes, not the biggest fan of cats, but Patches will have to be at the shelter. Basil's like, good, for 5 days, and then we'll be fixed. In order to cover the cost of getting Patches fixed and having all the shots that he needs and everything else, it's going to be quite expensive. So it's nice if you can get some kind of local feral service, feral cat rehabilitation, charity type service to help out. And that's what we are in the process of trying to find. But the podcast picture is, I think we will do it of Patches relaxing. See that picture at mikesdailypodcast.com. You'll enjoy it. He's actually on Basil's bed, his old bed, relaxing. He loves laying on Basil's bed, so I don't think Basil would approve of that. So yeah, Windows 11. It's here. It's divine, apparently, according to Mark Saltzman, who writes for the Costco Connection. And I'm going to give them a plug, and I'm going to slug them. And that is, yes, I love reading the Costco Connection. Why do you guys at Costco, what is the deal with, why don't you just have enough toilet paper? It's just toilet paper, for gosh sakes. Why are we back in this situation? I gave it to you. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. A year ago, the pandemic hit. We were all freaking out. Okay, toilet paper in short supply. Fine. But now, really, why? Don't get it. Okay. Today is a big holiday in India, isn't it? No. I think they're celebrating today. Okay, it's November the 4th. Today is Diwali, Deepavali. Did I say that right? I think it is. And they are actually celebrating in this part of Fremont, near Niles. There's this street that's completely blocked off, and it's funny because it's just a suburban street. It's not a street like a downtown area with businesses. It's just like a place in the suburbs with a bunch of these homes, that cookie cutter homes that all look the same, that were all made in a mass development, and they're doing a big celebration there this evening. Is it also Naraka Chaturdasi? Oh, that's a restricted holiday. I don't know. Cafe, I don't know. Cafe anyway. So I think that's the holiday happening today. But it was all blocked off there in this one area of Fremont, California. But we're in Podcastro Valley today, the last place on earth. And yes, Windows 11 is happening. So what is going on with it? Maybe your computer has told you about Windows 11 is coming up. A free update for Windows 10 users and likely to be pre-installed on any now PC you buy going forward. Microsoft's new operating system isn't a radical shift from what you're used to. Which, by the way, I don't know if that's exactly true, because I am Windows 10 on this computer, and it's telling me I can't get Windows 11. I got to upgrade a bunch of stuff. So, I don't know, Mark Saltzman. You might be completely wrong. But it doesn't offer several design and functionality improvements. Oh, but it does, it says. Here's a brief summary of what to expect. Simplified design, as we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth. More rounded corners and a fresh taskbar. Are you happy with your taskbar? To new sounds, fonts, and icons. I guess it's got pleasing aesthetics and a minimalist design, which also makes it easier to find and access your favorite apps, because it's all about apps these days. Windows 11 makes it easier to multitask even with several windows open at the same time. By hovering your mouse over the maximize icon at the top right of any window and selecting how to arrange open apps. Do you use your PC for work and play? Do you share the computer with others? Windows 11 allows you to create and customize separate desktops. To get going, tap or clip. Tap or click the taskbar icon that looks like two overlapping squares. Oh. Then it also has widgets, overlapping squares. It's all about squares, isn't it, with Windows? Windows 11 is all about personalization, including widgets that glide in from the left of the screen and display customized and artificial intelligence-powered weather, traffic, news, photos, sports scores, stock quotes, and more. And apparently better gaming is going to be with it. Teams chat. Oh, that's something. Yeah, my company's got that. Nobody uses it. Well, a couple people. But yeah, Microsoft Teams is integrated into Windows 11, so you can instantly connect with others through text, voice, or video chatting, regardless of the platform or device they're on. No one is left behind thanks to the assistive technologies been built into Windows 11, such as narrator, magnifier, closed captions, and Windows speech recognition. Rebuilt for speed and with all new design, the sleek Microsoft Store is built into Windows 11, allowing you to download thousands of free and paid apps to customize your PC experience. Windows 11. And when is it here? Oh, it is here already. Okay. It's available on a wide array of devices, laptops, 2-in-1s, gaming desktops, and all-in-ones, where the computer is built in behind the monitor, and from several PC makers, including Dell, HP, Lenovo, Asus, LG, Acer, and Samsung. Microsoft also makes its own Surface-branded gear. Oh, yeah, Surface. Weren't there these Surface phones? Surface, I remember that. That was like 10 years ago. In addition to keyboard and trackpad or external mouse, many of these devices can be used with fingertips and digital pens on a touchscreen or hands-free via voice. Well, that might be nice. The logo that you see for Mike's Daily Podcast, I did about 6 years ago, and I used Core. It was a Core drawing pad that I used, and it ended up being pretty cool. I still have it as the logo today. Yes, see it at mikesdailypodcast.com, along with all the podcast pictures and such. So, yeah, we had this big election thing going on in Virginia. And I think that with the whole... Okay, so Republicans won really... They did a good job in Virginia. I think Democrats need to be very scared, because apparently what they were running on is that it's not ringing true with the general public, with the voters, with the majority of voters, obviously. And I don't think that what the Republican spin is about, oh yeah, these are all people that are anti-vaxxers, and these are all people that are, they believe Trump was cheated out of the election. I think it came down to the education system. People were just mad at what was going on, and when people are mad at the current government, they're going to revolt. And in America, we vote them out, or that's what the premise is anyway. So the Governor McAuliffe got voted out, and I don't think, a lot of conservative talk show hosts are trying to go, this reinforces everything we've said. And I don't think it's that far. That they can take it that far. But who am I? I am not a political pundit. I do know Democrats need to be very wary of what's happening and realize that they can't just say Trump, 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 Trump all the time. Look out, you vote for the Republican, you're going to bring in Trump. That ain't going to work. At the same time, you can't... It's the whole thing. January 6th, and it's so funny to hear conservative talk show hosts saying, January 6th, that was just a bunch of people blowing off steam. And yet, if that was a Democrat doing that, it would have been... If that was a Democrat president endorsing that, heck no. So, anyway, it's a murky situation. I'm driving in my car, and I'm thinking about all this stuff. I'm listening to interviews with the Washington Post, where they're diving deep into what happened on January 6th, and the fiasco that ensued. And it was a lot of people's fault, not just... there should have been better security at the Capitol. And to some extent, Democrats were involved with why there wasn't as much security as there should have been. This is what this interesting article in the Washington Post apparently is saying. And that there was a lot of people at fault. FBI, local officials that should have been reading reports. January 6th was not a good day in America. And to hear any conservative talk show host just brush it off, say people were blowing off steam, that the media is making a bigger deal of it than they should just move on. This can't ever happen again. Ever. Ever. And that's all I had to say about that. Oh, and I found one other James Corden car karaoke. I said the Paul McCartney one was good. I really enjoyed the Elton John one. The one with Sia. The one with Adele. But watch the one with Jennifer Hudson, because it's short and very, very amusing. And hilarious. And James Corden, yes, he's got a great voice. Jennifer Hudson, oh my. And it was done 6 years ago. So a lot has happened since then. They've done a movie, Cats, together since then. But they have quite a wonderful friendship. Okay, we're outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. The last place on earth. Look who's here. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How you doing?
It's a Disgruntled Fiddle Player. Tell you what.
What?
What happened on January 6th was a revolution, because Trump told us that we need to take our country back, and we did, because we walked into the Capitol and we took it over until we left.
That's right. Look who else is here.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. Have some right now.
Thank you. Ah, root beer. What a wonderful drink. Sarsaparilla, root beer. Hey, why don't people drink that stuff anymore? Is it the sugar?
Drink it right now, Mike, or I'll cut you.
Oh my. So scared. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. Throw a little ice cream in that, have a root beer. I've still yet to have a pumpkin latte. Or a pumpkin beer. I am so behind, everyone. But you can chime in. It's a Mike's Daily Podcast community. A Cafe Anyway community that you can be a part of. You can call Cafe Anyway now. 336-MM Daily. Yes, that is a Charlotte area code number. 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews Daily, as in what this podcast has been. Hey, we've been daily for a couple days. Sometimes I get interrupted, as you know. So we'll just keep on going. All right. Very good. Let us remain positive. Don't get too frustrated when they come out with that new operating system for your computer and you're going, what is this? What is this? I don't even understand.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!